Welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into two super useful Power BI features. First is how to manually enter the data and then append it to an existing table. So imagine you have a data set but you need to add some extra records manually. Let's say you want to add one extra row or two extra rows. Or maybe you are merging two tables to create one complete table or any data set. I will show you how to do both of these things in just a few simple steps. Even if you are a complete beginner, let's get started. So currently I'm in the table view and it is showing you a table of the GDP data. So first let's go to this first one, report view, and here click on the transform data. Okay, so now we are in the Power Query editor. So the thing is, in Power BI, we cannot directly enter the data into the existing table. Let's say I have this GDP forecast table and I want to add one or two rows. So I cannot directly go and edit this table and add the data. Okay. So instead, what we can do is we can create a new table and then append it to this already existing table. So let's say I have this GDP data and I want to add one new row to this existing GDP forecast data. Okay, so let's see how to do it. So currently I'm here in the home tab. Click on this enter data and here you can see a new table appears where we can add the column names and enter the data row by row. So here if you want to add new columns, just click on this plus icon which says insert column and you can add as many columns as you want. Okay, so I have added 7 columns because in this GDP data there are 7 columns and here you can see only one row is showing. If you want you can add new row. So to add a new row, just click on this plus icon which says insert row and see a new row has been added. So currently I just want one row, so let's delete this one. Just select this, right click and delete. Okay, and now here we can add the values and currently you can see the column names are showing as 1, 2, 3, etc. Right? Okay, so there is one condition. If you want to append two tables in Power BI, the column names of both the tables should be same. All the column names should be same. So currently you can see here in this new table, the column names are 1, 2, 3, etc. And here in this GDP table, you can see the names are country, IMF GDP forecast, year, etc. So what we have to do is we have to rename all these 7 column names in the new table as the column names showing in this GDP data. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, so I will give you one example how to do it. So in this new table, just double click on this column 1, delete it and enter the new name which is country territory and enter so that it will be saved. Okay, so here you can see the column 1 name has been changed. So in the same manner, I will change all the column names. Okay. So I have renamed all the 7 column names and now here in the first row I will add the data. So let's add some random data. So I will add India. Here you have to enter a year. So actually you can see the names, column names. It is year. Okay. So here I have to enter year. So let's enter 2023. Fine. And so yeah, we have added one new row and we have changed all the column names. And now click on the OK. So here now you can see one new table has been added. Okay, so I will tell you one more thing. You will always have two options to rename the column names. So the first option was what we did currently, like I renamed all the columns while creating the table only. Okay, so that was the first option. And the second option is just go to the GDP forecast and here copy this column name, come to this new table. Okay, and just double click and paste it and save. Yes, so the condition is the column names of both the tables, this GDP and the new table, should be exactly same if you are thinking of appending these two. So you have both the options, it's your choice how you want to do it. Okay, so let's do one thing, just rename this table once so that it will be easy for us. Let's say a new row. Okay, and now let's come back to the GDP forecast dataset. So we have entered the data in this new row table which has one new row and now we want to add this one row to this existing table. So let's see how to append these two tables. Okay, so currently I'm in this GDP forecast estimate table and I'm in the home tab currently. On the right side you can see this option append queries. Just click on it once and here you have to select two tables or three or more tables. So I will select two tables because we have two tables only. And here in the drop down you can select the table with which you want to append this GDP forecast dataset. So I will select new row, okay, and click on OK. So it's done. Here on the right side in the applied steps, you can see appended query. Okay. So let's check if that new row for India is added or not. So let's scroll down. And here on 183 row, you can see the same data set what we have added in this new row. Okay, India 23456 2025. So here the same data has been added. So this is how you can manually enter the data in a new table, and then you can append it so that it can be added to the existing dataset. And now you can save the changes by clicking on close and apply. Okay, so that's it. Now you have a clear idea on how to manually enter the data and then append the tables in the Power BI. So if you found this helpful, make sure to hit that like button, and if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe for more Power BI tips.